It's frozen.
Good morning, everyone. It's a very long pause there.
Long 1 second.
We all held our breath. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. Lisa, Scott, Dylan here. Want to remind you that we are live on Facebook every weekday morning. You can watch it anytime on your feed after that, but we also make it into a podcast. You can find that at inforum.com/podcast. Just look for the Inforum Minute. And also we're on our Inforum YouTube channel. So we're all over the place. And of course on air every morning from 5 to 7 on First News. All right, so you had some really interesting information this morning, Dylan.
Yeah.
We talked about your storm chasing yesterday that you did over the weekend, and then you told us too that the tornado surveying all happened yesterday. So.
Yeah, so that actually happened on Sunday, but the final, they had to go through the reports and everything, and most of the tornadoes were undefined or unrated just because they couldn't find damage. A lot of these tornadoes, including the video I showed yesterday, I have my Facebook, that tornado was over our farm field with very small plants, the soybeans, corn. They've had a tough time growing this year. It's been dry. And because of that, they couldn't find damage in those fields. So
that's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was like there, but then not rated, or it was, you said like rated a 0?
It was, yeah. If it would have been rated, it would have been rated a 0, but they could not find the damage path, so they're actually
so not even a 0.
Not even a rating.
Not even a 0.
They know there was a tornado there because we had pictures and video of it on the ground. It's just they can't find any damage.
Yeah.
They can't rate it, and that's how tornadoes are rated. They're rated by damage, not by how they look, not by what they may look like. It's why there hasn't been an EF5 in so many years, because EF5s you have to we're going way outside topic here.
That's okay, it's all right.
For what happened in Matador, Texas last week when they got that tornado went through there, they had a whole bunch of engineers on scene the days after the tornado went on through to survey the damage, because they have to have the engineers and the meteorologists talk to each other and say, what is this building? What is its code up to? Is it like 150 mile per hour winds or 130? And then from the damage the tornado caused and what the building standards are, that's how they rate the tornado. So basically, when there's a tornado in the middle of the field and it doesn't hurt anything, which is good, it's what we want.
Yes, that is good.
That's it can't be defined, it can't be rated just because there's no damage found. But there was damage found from one of the tornadoes on Saturday, east of Minot, moved it to the northeast, EF2, so some damage to a couple of homesteads and some power lines were snapped. So
I think it's a good reminder as well that we are in that time of the year, though, where it happens.
Yeah, it's been really quiet this year. Take a look at the Trivia Tuesday question I have today at 11. It's been quiet. There is your hint. So it's been the quietest June for severe weather in quite some time.
Okay.
So
that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's been.
Opinion.
You want to give the question, but just
The
not
question's
give
on the Facebook page. You're watching Facebook.
Oh, okay.
You can probably find it. It should be posted here any second now. So you can, after you're done watching this great Facebook Live, answer my trivia question.
Don't go anywhere yet.
Otherwise, forecast for today, showers and storms later on today. Similar to how yesterday was, North Fargo picked up a third of an inch, while the rest of Fargo was like, what rain?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the situation again today. Tomorrow, similar. More scattered storms in the afternoon. Decreasing haze. There's a little bit of haze in the sky today, kind of like it was yesterday. Not really much at the ground level. Otherwise, the weekend looks rather quiet, mostly sunny. A couple of storms are possible on Monday, but it's the 4th. It seems like it always storms on the 4th or near it, so we'll see how that goes. But that's too far for exact details. So right now,
It has to, so that we can say Mother Nature's own fireworks.
yes, exactly. That's one of the biggest news
For those
cliches out
Midwest,
there.
that's what you have to say in the Midwest.
Yep.
I love the memes on the Midwest. There was something just after the rainfall over the weekend where we can't help but to say we really needed that
Yep.
rain.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta say it.
Natural.
Gotta say it. Wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't the wind.
Yep.
All right,
another
good
one.
stuff. Thank you, Dylan.
Thanks, Dylan.
All right, well, this morning we're learning more about a lawsuit against Sanford Health. Definitely the talker around the newsroom today and probably around town. Texas-based medical waste company Monarch is suing Sanford Health for breaching its contract on what they say was multiple accounts. The lawsuit was actually filed last week by Monarch, but we're just learning more about what Sanford is accused of doing and the company's health environmental services. They say they delivered a human torso to the waste facility and then trespassed to get it back. The suit says a Sanford employee actually signed off and accepted the torso on behalf of Monarch, which they were unaware of, they say, at the time. A waste facility employee discovered the torso after, quote, noticing a rotten and putrid smell. It's unclear who this torso belonged to, or why the torso was, of course, separated from the rest of the body.
Now, that's not the only thing Sanford is accused of in this lawsuit. The company is also accusing Sanford of harming its reputation. Monarch claims Sanford staged photographs to make it look like the company failed to properly dispose of waste. The hospital is also accused of not covering expenses related to a $6 million loan. Monarch used that money to run the facility here in Fargo. Those missed payments caused Monarch to default on that loan, and through a statement, Sanford is responding. They tell WDAY that the lawsuit is an unfortunate result of Monarch's demonstrated inability to perform waste disposal services it had contractually agreed to perform. And this morning, we are still working to learn how much money Monarch is seeking from that lawsuit. There's a lot to this story. If you want to read more about it, go to inform.com and just click on the story there. You'll be fascinated by all the details involved in this.
This morning, the Minnesota BCA is still trying to figure out how a group of kids got their hands on a gun that led to the tragic death of a 13-year-old boy in Moorhead. Police have now identified the boy. He is Zane Mazer. He went to Horizon Middle School in Moorhead. We do know there's a growing memorial by the woods near Romke Park where it happened. Police tell WDAY the boy was actually with a group of kids, and they had the handgun. They were playing with it, and that's when it went off, killing the boy. Moorhead schools are offering grief counselors to students who are in summer school right now. At this point, it's just being called a tragic accident.
All right, WDAY is tracking a developing story also out of Moorhead. They're going to soon have a new city council member there. Current Ward 4 city council member Steve Lindos will resign. He is stepping down so he can move to Washington, D.C. for a temporary job with the federal government. The city council accepted his resignation yesterday. The members also voted to appoint someone for that remainder of his term, which expires in 2024. They'll do that instead of holding an election, which the council decided would be too expensive. The council plans to lay out a timeline for that process at its next meeting. The last day Lindos will serve on the council has been set for August 31st.
This morning, an escaped inmate is on the loose after walking away from a minimum security facility in Bismarck. Investigators think he may have been headed this way or has already been in Fargo in an effort to leave North Dakota. He's 54-year-old Russell Brown. He's serving a sentence for terrorizing with a weapon in Cass County. He was scheduled to be released next year. What we know at this point is that Brown left an unfenced Missouri River Correctional Center Sunday night right around 8. He's 6 feet tall, 165 pounds, blue eyes, gray hair. He was last seen wearing a white t-shirt and gray shorts. If you have any information on where he might be, please call police.
Yeah. All right, West Fargo school bus drivers will see a bump in pay. The school board voted unanimously to increase pay for those drivers. Base pay will increase from $16.22 an hour to $17.57. The district struggled to find drivers last year, and they actually lost 8 of them by the end of the school year. District leaders are hoping this pay raise will help attract new drivers. Now, the board also discussed expanding its non-bus zones that would allow for the district to pick up some more routes as well.
Starting today, well, the countdown's on.
Yeah.
1 week out from the 4th of July, and starting today, you can legally buy fireworks in the state of North Dakota. It goes from today until the day after the 4th, July 5th. However, good reminder right now, in case you're super excited, you're going to go buy them today. It is illegal to fire them or light them within the city limits here in Fargo. Similar in Moorhead, Grand Forks, East Grand Forks. The only exceptions, the snappers, the party poppers,
Yeah,
you know,
the little stuff.
The little stuff. The penalty, though, for violating, you get chewed out, a verbal warning, but it could go all the way up to a $100 fine, and actually also having all of your fireworks taken away, which of course could be very expensive, depending on how much you've purchased. You can light off fireworks in West Fargo, but only on July 4th and December 31st. And we're going to have much more on the fireworks being on sale, the rules, regulations. Tomorrow morning, Bethany Newquist is going to be back live on First News. And so be sure to wake up with us, and we'll be talking all things fireworks tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and of course, if you're going to use fireworks, make sure to be safe and use them safely.
Yes. Good point.
All right, keep your eyes on the sky today because it's going to be an exciting moment this afternoon when a flyover makes its way through the city of Grand Forks. It's all to honor the 100th anniversary of air refueling. Now, we had a map this morning. The planes are going to be flying from Washington. They left about 10 minutes ago at 8 o'clock. They're going to get to Grand Forks around 3:15 this afternoon. That flight will also include a refueling demonstration as they pass through Grand Forks. Now, air refueling is a big deal because that's how they can go a long ways in the sky, of course. And it was first demonstrated back in 1923 on this day. The same flyover is going to be going through Minot, Duluth, and St. Paul as well.
Hot Mic coming up here at 9 o'clock, 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra, also inform.com. This is a hot topic for sure. The Mountain West Conference may soon have an opening. So is NDSU an option to fill it? Plus, will the Timberwolves make any big off-season moves? He's going to have a breakdown on what's on tap right now. Of course, Dom's covering it all. I just want to mention this too. I would imagine he's going to talk about it. Did you see in inform.com they're talking a little bit about Carson Wentz?
Oh, yes. It's kind of created a stir on social media.
After a bear hunt.
Yeah, he went hunting, got a bear, posted it. Some people are mad. Some people are defending him. So interesting stuff there. Hot Mic is, of course, on from 9 to 11. Like you said, you can watch it on WDIY Extra and inform.com. And don't forget, you can get a subscription to inform.com for just 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. So you get an all-access pass. You get all that information about sports stories, your local news.
The Carson Wentz story. You can read that on inform.com.
National news, and, of course, all your weather, what you need to know how the weather is going to be coming up on the 4th of July weekend.
And, of course, like Dylan said at the top of this, they're tracking some possible rain showers that could pop up this afternoon. He'll be back on. Our next newscast is at 11 this morning. And then this afternoon, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back tomorrow morning for more First News from 5 to 7.
Until then, enjoy your day. Stay safe, folks. Bye.